Welcome Aries. This is your July 2025 forecast, and for you the most influential transit this month is going to be Mercury retrograde in Leo that starts July 18th. And that's going to highlight your spiritual growth and development. So you may feel your creative confidence waver a little bit as Mercury urges you to slow down and reassess your heart's truth. So what is really important to you? And you're being guided to use this retrograde to recalibrate your creative voice. So journal, reflect, and realign before speaking or launching. And that would be any activities, any projects, anything that you're working towards. You may want to just take a moment to reflect on it, refine it, and journal on it, see how it makes you feel. So we have the Page of Wands here as your focus. So you may be feeling very creative, which is wonderful, confident even. So you may also receive some sort of message here that can help you work through any challenges that come up. What else? Let's look at any obstacles here. Okay, so you may also be in a healing process here. So at whatever stage you are here, so this to me is sort of like a journey of healing, where there may be some disappointment, some sorrow, a breakup or separation that may have happened or occurred, or some sort of setback that may have happened, and then you processing that and allowing yourself to heal, allowing that divine love to reach you, and getting to that place where you do feel whole and complete and ready to move on. Okay, so that may come up for a challenge, may come up as a challenge for you this month. We also have the Four of Swords here. Okay, and you may feel like a little drained here as well. You may feel like it's difficult to move forward. It's difficult to process the pain and the hurt and to take your next steps and figure out what's next for you. So that may be coming up as a fear, or just you may find it incredibly difficult to move forward. You could be overthinking things. You could be in this place of, as it relates to anything that you have experienced here, you may be feeling stuck and stagnant and not necessarily able to move yourself forward. So this could be related to your marriage. What else? Then we have news of a birth or new business opportunity. So we did see that there may be some communication coming through to you. So it could be related to a birth or you being pregnant. So if that is something you're desiring, there's absolutely opportunity here for you, and congratulations if that is something that you do desire and you do find that that is the case. But again, this could also be business opportunities as well, or it could just be someone in your environment conceiving. Okay, so let's look at some goals potentially that you have. So we have the Lovers here. So some of you may be desiring to strengthen your marriage, to work through some pain, to work through some challenges that have come up here. And you may want to, and again, it doesn't have to be that. It could just be that, you know, there's a little bit of challenge, or you're deciding that you want to have a stronger bond, have a stronger relationship. You may have things that you both have agreed that you want to work towards. So it could be that as well. Okay. Then for those of you that aren't in a committed partnership, this could be you deciding to grow and expand your consciousness, because again, we're really focused on the spiritual development and growth this month, but we have to be honest and take a couple side steps because some other things came out. But if we get back to the spiritual development and growth, could also be you connecting more deeply with yourself, with your higher self. So this could be your ego self, your 3D self, and then your higher self. Okay. You also are very committed to working through things with your partner here. So I do just want to say that. So if anyone is cross-watching and you are wondering how your partner feels, I do feel like there is this strong need, the strong want and desire to work things out to keep the marriage intact, whole, complete. So if you are wondering that, the answer is here. We also have the Page of Swords here. And you may be just putting on a brave face, trying to be courageous, trying to be confident here. Some of you may also be doing the opposite. You may be like showing your, I'm hearing like showing your ass a little bit here, like, you know, being just saying like, you know, it's all about me and I really want the focus to be on me. I'm not really willing to compromise anything. Like some of you are in that state, and for some of you, and again, this is a collective reading, so if it doesn't fit, don't take it, but some of you have to be honest with yourself and just know that you are being a little self-centered, you are being a little selfish, and that you're not contributing to an environment where it's going to make it easier for you to work through things with your partner. So if you know, like, yeah, I don't care, I want my way, then just know that that's not going to contribute to healthy, productive, constructive conversations. So just as long as you're aware, because you have free will and you can choose whatever path and you can be however you want to be, but just know that with those decisions, with those attitudes, states, there is a reflection of that that's going to come back to you. So if you're being selfish, probably you're going to get that selfish energy coming back to you. So again, it's not going to be conducive to you having constructive conversations and working through things in a constructive way. Okay? So let's see. Let's look at the outside environment here. Okay. So I do feel like, and I got to say this both ways here, either externally, there are new beginnings here, so it could be that a partner does want new beginnings in other environments or with other individuals, or they could want a new beginning with you. Okay, so again, it's going to depend on the situation and whatever resonates with you, but we do have this need and desire for a new beginning here. And you're being guided to view things from different perspectives. So step into the role of observer, okay? So separate yourself from the person that's actually going through the experience and look at it from an objective viewpoint so that you're able to see more information, you're able to see different perspectives, and you're able to understand things from your perspective as well as your partners, as well as your children, as well as, you know, friends, family, whatever is most important to you. You're able to view things from those different perspectives, and then also not necessarily from different people's perspectives, but just a different viewpoint, a different way to look at the situation, a different approach that you can take to evaluate where things are and where they could potentially be. You're also being guided to run things through your heart space, your heart chakra, in addition to your logical mind, your head space, your crown chakra, okay? And you may also be thinking about things very much from a 3D perspective, as opposed to going within and being more spiritual, because again, we're really promoting the spirituality and the spiritual growth this month. So you're being guided to view things from a higher level, a higher perspective, and call on like an unconditionally loving response. Okay. So what else do we have here? So we have you surrendering. Wonderful. Because, I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, which I didn't say it that well. But, you know, this is ultimately the point of what the guides are trying to get you to understand. Like, just surrender to the process and allow yourself to see things from different viewpoints and perspectives. And that's going to help you to calm yourself, to relax yourself, to get yourself to a state where you can receive guidance and messages from your guides. And you are reflecting, and you're able to decide on the path forward that's best for everyone involved. So we have the law of mentalism, your higher self coming down and coming through, trying to connect with you. Okay. Wonderful. Let's see. And we have some outcomes here. The Nine of Wands. Interesting. So you may feel like it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you if you want to let your guard down, let your walls down, open yourself up to receive, to create stronger, better relationships. It's going to be totally up to you and what you're desiring, because some of you may be feeling a little defensive. You may not be ready to do that. And there is no wrong choice here. There's no wrong path and no wrong choice. Just be aware that you continuing to keep your walls up, to keep those blocks there, is just going to be a longer process for your healing. Okay? So that's the only difference here. We also have the Nine of Swords, but there is opportunity here, and you could likely allow yourself to release any burdens, release any pain that you've been feeling, and allow yourself to step into that healing state. Okay, so what else? So we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so you're definitely going to be able to see things more clearly here. Okay, and I feel like that's going to come for everyone. So you'll have more information about what's going on, about what your next steps could be, and you'll start to see things clearer and clearer and clearer. Okay? So, let's see. Let's go here for some oracles. So we do have moving on here. So that may be something that you decide to do. Okay? What else? What? Okay. That is crazy. These, okay, I mean, you have the answer right here as far as what you are guided to do. And I feel like this is very specific to individuals here. So you know if this is for you, okay? But only you will decide that and what is right for you, okay? Because a lot of you do have to think about different aspects. It's not just about you and your partner. It's about you and your family, okay? All right, so you have to do what's best for you. What else? You have awakening your consciousness, okay? And I'm also going to say for some of you, because I said this is only for some of you, for others of you, this is about deciding that you are going to commit to creating a better relationship with your partner. So moving on doesn't necessarily have to mean like a separation and you going different ways. It could be you deciding together that you're going to step into a new portal, a new beginning, like we know is desired here, and start over basically. And you're deciding what that new portal looks like. Okay, we're going to communicate more constructively. We're going to have date nights. We're going to spend more time together. We're going to, do more things with the children. Like whatever these things are, it could also be that you're deciding together that that is the life that you're going to have from this point on. And you're going to let everything stay in the past. That happened in the past. That is the past. Okay, so that also could be what moving on means. Okay. What else here? So we have you shining from within and taking time for self-acceptance and your true beauty. Wonderful. So if there's anything that you find that you're desiring to do from like a health and wellness standpoint or perspective, you're absolutely being guided to do that. And again, we're taking it all the way back to the original purpose, which is spiritual growth and development. So those are things that can help you as a part of this process here. So you going within, connecting with yourself more deeply is going to help you to create better solutions to the external world, okay? So don't forget about that in this process. So I know we're kind of all over the place here, but the reading is all over the place, and I can only just tell you the truth and the messages that I'm receiving. But, again, where it starts at the base of you connecting within and managing your emotions and managing yourself, is again going to help you in all of the other areas here that you're working on. Okay, give me one more here. So we have manifestation, being honest and clear about what you wish to manifest. And this is guiding you to write it down as the first step. And that also goes back to what we initially talked about with the journaling and refining your desires and your dreams, and then presenting that out to the universe. So this is about you being very, very clear in what it is that you're desiring, so much so that you're being guided to write it down in different places. So we saw that with the initial guidance, and then we're seeing it here again. Okay, so that's definitely confirmation there. All right, so what else? Oh, so we have a couple laws coming out. So we have the law of rhythm here, and just that understanding that there are two sides to everything, and you're being guided here to allow yourself to kind of swing back and forth here, that pendulum of understanding all that there is before you make decisions, but recognizing and remembering that actions have reactions and consequences. So whatever path you choose is your journey, and you're being guided to allow that to happen and trust in that and trust in yourself. We also have wealth here as well. So this to me is you allowing yourself that healing journey, that healing process to happen and occur, and you doing those self-care practices, and that all leading back to abundance and fulfillment here. So that is so wonderful. Okay, so we do have a little more time here, so I'm just going to get a couple more cards here. Anything else? We have transformation and change coming up here for you. So we know that this is not a journey for the faint of heart here. Like, definitely doesn't look like that's an easy process here, but it is one that is well worth it, and that at the end of that journey, that rainbow, the outcome is going to be so much more than you could have ever imagined, because you're going to have so much knowledge and wisdom, and you're going to find that you really enjoyed that journey, even though there were learning lessons along the way. But when you get there, when you get to that place where you do connect with that life partner for you, or you do have this renewed, strengthened relationship with your partner, again, whatever path is yours, or even with yourself, depending on what you're desiring, it's going to be so much sweeter for you because of the things that you've went through and the things that you've learned along the way. What else? So we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So you are letting yourself experience these setbacks so that you can learn from them, so that you can reframe them, so that you can see the opportunity in them. Okay, again, it's all a part of the process. Okay. So we do have the Two of Wands here. This is all your journey here, and I'm seeing a lot come up about you reframing things, and it's really the way that you're looking at the situation and how you're processing it and how you're working your way through it, because that can be a journey that's incredibly difficult, or it can be one that is difficult, is challenging, but where you're still able to expand your consciousness, to grow and to learn and to let go of what is no longer yours, because it's no longer helping you. Not just because it wanted to be taken away, but no, because it's no longer helping you to be who you authentically are. It's no longer supporting that journey and process. So it's time for you to open up a new chapter, to let the transformation occur, and to allow yourself to go from that, I think it's like a worm or caterpillar that the butterfly transitions from. Allow yourself to go from that state to like full, complete butterfly. Okay. All right, Aries, so those are the messages I have for you this month. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care.